Well, I spoke with Professor Andrew Dowdle here at the University of Arkansas about how the president's proposals could play out in Arkansas and what would need to happen for people to see real change.
Among the proposals, new policies tied to energy production and electricity demand, especially as AI data centers expand nationwide.
That's really kind of the big question in terms of the proposal that AI data centers should end up having their own utility source that they're providing. We really won't know until we actually see a concrete proposal being drawn up.
In Arkansas, utility rates in large industrial customers are regulated at the state level.
The other question, what type of energy these new power sources would be using. For example, if you ended up having coal, you're going to end up having some more air pollution that might end up being a concern as well.
Prescription drug pricing was another major focus, including expanding a, quote, most favored nation pricing model.
There have been a number of items in which you've seen prices end up dropping. You can kind of argue they're still not price reductions in line with what you would see in Canada or Western Europe.
The speech also outlined a proposal to expand retirement savings access, including a federal match for workers without employer-sponsored plans.
The people that would end up benefiting the most would be people who are working at small businesses. There might end up being some future program that might end up helping self-employed people as well. Again, we're going to have to see some of the details.
Dowdle says the timeline and specifics will ultimately determine the impact these proposals have in Arkansas.
Well, I think, what's going to end up having a lot of impact on people are the prescription drug proposals, and for people, especially those people who don't have access to these plans, the retirement plans as well. I think those are going to be things for a lot of people that are going to end up having tangible effects on their lives.
And Dowdle tells me most of the president's proposals would depend on congressional action and implementation at the state level. In Fayetteville, I'm Abner Sosa, 4029 News.